Let's do a quick review of the UPSCheck, this problem-solving model that we use. So we do understand, so you read the problem carefully, identify what's being asked, and so restate what the question is. So we're going to look at the question carefully, figure out what exactly they're asking of us. Then you find a plan. So you identify the necessary data, like any of the keywords, their labels, record the information needed to solve your problem, of course, and then choose the appropriate strategy or tool or operation to solve the problem. So if they want you to make a table, or they want you to compare like greater than or less than, or you add subtracting, multiplying, or dividing. And so then you solve it. So write an equation with its labels if it's needed, and then use whatever plan you said, whatever you decide that you're going to have to do to solve it, and the data, of course, from the problem list as well. And then don't forget, in your solution, you need to have your answer with your labels. So then to check your math. Of course, remember you use the inverse operation to check. So if I did addition, you use subtraction. If I do multiplication, inverse is division. And then remember to think, look at it. Did I answer the questions asking? Is my answer reasonable? Remember that space kind of like, is the question, is my answering it if I'm asking how many equally went into each bag, and it's 6 remainder of 3. Well, if I wouldn't say 6 remainder of 3 went in the bag, only 6. So remember to think about, are you answering what's being asked, what the question is asking in the word problem. Okay, so let's look at this one. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to read through it. So Gary plays card games and scores 453 points in first round and 673 points in the second round. The game gets over after the second round. What is his total point at the end of the game? So now we're going to go through and find our information and their labels. So he scores, so you want to mark it. If I don't care if you circle it or you underline it. So he scores 453 points in first round. 673 points, second round. So if the game is over, so the question wants to know total points. Okay, so then we're going to go back, and when you want to look at these, it says that he scored, it's asking about a total, so the number is going to be bigger, so it's going to be more. And so it has what he does, points and points are my two labels, so they're the same. So I'm either going to add or I'm going to subtract since my labels are the same. And so I want to know a total, so my answer is going to be more. So to get more, I would be adding. So I'm going to add 453 plus 673. Okay, we get 6. 7 and 5 is 12, so 2, carry my 1. 6 and 4 is 10, plus 1 is 11. All right, so then we go back. You want to read what it is, what the question was asking. Total points at the end of the game. So it has 1,126 total points. Okay, let's look at another one. So remember, you're going to read through it first. So the Sony Digital Company sends announcements to their employees through small bill. 6 special executives distribute bill to 324 employees. Find the number of bills distributed by each executive. Okay, so remember, we're going to go through and mark your important information. So there are 6 special executives, and they distribute to 324 employees. So I want to know bills distributed by each executive. Okay, so then you want to think, so it's a bills distributed by each executive. So I'm going to have a smaller number because I know how many bills that there are that go to each employee, and so I know how many of those are, so it's going to be a smaller number. So you go back and look at your labels, and I've got 6 special executives and bills to 324 employees. So I'm going to, my labels are different, so remember, to make it smaller, I'd either divide or I would subtract, and since the labels are different, then you're going to have to divide. So you would take 324 and divide by 6. So 6 cannot go into 3. 6 can go into 32, so I'm going to have 2 digits in my answer. 6 goes into 32 5 times. 6 times 5 is 30. So subtract. And that's 2. 2 is less than 6, so I'm good to go. Bring down my next number. 6 can go into 24 4 times. 6 times 4 is 24. Subtract and I get 0. So then my answer is 54 bills distributed. Wow, sorry. By each executive. Good thing I have to do math on here, not a bunch of writing. That looks awful. Let's see if I can fix that. All right, so there's my answer. So then if I go back and I check, remember you would check by doing 54 times 6. 6 times 4 is 24. Carry my 2. 6 times 5 is 30, plus your 2 is 32. All right, good job. We are finished, so we'll do some practice with UPSCheck tomorrow, looking at some problems. All righty, have a good evening, guys.
Okay, don't forget to bring in a question and summary. Remember, a summary should explain what the video is about, what the whole video is about, not just one sentence saying it is on UPSCheck. Okay?